Yes, hello, good evening, Savik, hello, welcome to the stream. How the devil are you? Yes, we're here. My hair's getting long again. It might be time to get the clippers out again. Starting to look like Ace Rimmer with a beard. Ooh, I discovered a weird thing with this. It doesn't really mention it anywhere on here. I will attempt to show you. Just check a few buffs. Right, okay. Oh, the run speed is wonderful. And we have transcoding as well. Awesome. There's usually a critter somewhere. Yeah, I noticed it in Inferno. I was going to try it out. Yeah, you'll do. So, that handyman there. Just get to... Right, just to the edge there. I don't know if you can see. I've got that handyman triggered. Target is outside range. See that? But if I use a regular aggression enhancer, I can aggro it straight away. So it's got a lower range. It doesn't mention the range. Oh, except there, range 4 meters. So what was the other one called? Go away, I don't actually want to kill it. Somebody will need their drain pet at some point. Yeah. Have I got any brightness on there? It looks like I've... No, it's all back to normal. Okay. Yeah, so... Yeah, it only works at 4 meters, so not useful as a pulling device as such. Because at 4 meters, you're basically body pulling anything anyway. So I wondered what the other one was called you mentioned last night. Something similar? Inferior Annoyance. With a taunt of 1463, it was probably quite useful. And it's quality 120, which made me think it's probably from the Corporal Ashley Winstead quest, because you get that at 120, don't you? I'm just checking now. Where are we? Guides, Classic AO, Quest Guides, Corporal Ashley Winstead, and scroll all the way to the end. Enforcer, no, Enforcer gets Greater Fortify. You get anything for the first camp? No. So I'm not 100% sure where the hell I got that from. Sheol Maybury. Was it possibly a Sheol thing? Let's have a look. Guide, Shadowlands, Quest Guides, Sheol, Job Scientists. Looking through. Enforce. Ah, there you go. Inferior Annoyance. So that was from the Sheol quest. Number 1. So you go all the way through that and you get that. Okay. And then... Knowledge of the Yuttos. Do you get something new there? I'm not saying it's a long quest, but goddamn. Inferior annoyance again. Only is it a high quality? It's... yeah, inferior annoyance quality 300. That might be worth having. Taunt NPC by 3,600. That's quite a lot more taunt on that, I think, so... where the hell have I put it? Never mind. Means I've got another one somewhere. I think that was in this bag forever. Can't use that yet. Oh, I got Essence of Behemoth for my daily login reward. Let's get that put away. I'll put it on GMI for cheap for someone. Eventually. Okay. I wonder what happened to the other one, because I did both quest lines. Did I put it somewhere? I don't remember getting it, to be honest. I remember doing both of the lines. It's probably in a pack somewhere. God knows where. Yeah. What was the other one? Library of Foul Thing. Is chat working? Yeah, chat seems to be working. Is it live feeding properly? Yeah, is it live feeding properly? Seems to be all working. Yeah, I cannot reconnect Twitch to YouTube, which means all the VODs I've got to manually download and then re-upload, which is just such a big pain in the arse. Every time I try, fail to connect, please show you who have a YouTube channel associated with your Google account. Well, I do, and I did, and it used to work. Well, yeah, I mean, I download it and then just re-upload it. It's like a complete waste of bandwidth on my part. And it's since Twitch, not the day they had the problem with the leak or whatever. It was like 2 days after that, because I'd already been sending stuff across. They said, go and reset your password and stream key. I was like, oh, right, okay, yeah, sure. So I did that, and then it just started saying, you can't export this video because you don't have a YouTube channel associated. So it's something to do with that they've done. I wish I'd left it alone now, but given that everybody's information got leaked, that's probably a bad idea, so... Well, yeah, but the thing is, you see, Streamlabs works in a different way. It is logged in to Twitch on its own accord. So if I Twitch on its own accord, Twitch on its own accord. Wait, oh, still down there. Yeah, so if I go to my own settings, you can see, look, Amazon is connected. Blizzard don't have one. Steam is connected. I don't remember doing that, but it's there. Twitter's connected. Streamlabs and sound alerts are connected. All of that's working. Other connections, you know, they're all work. I don't remember the connecting Gleam, but okay. But if I go to YouTube and go, yeah, I go see export archives, I click connect. It shows, that's me. And I just get this, failed to connect. Please make sure you have a YouTube channel associated with your Google account. Well, if I go to Google, who am I logged in as? Me! So, you know what I mean? I've been into manage. I removed Twitch manually with the idea that maybe it was some latent data. But it just doesn't want to know. It doesn't ask for the key or anything. So honestly, I don't know what the problem is, but there we are. So I has Dio still from... I managed to grab it before the Arbiter vanished at some point. So I've still got the Dio I could get done. That would be quite a lot of XP. I'm going to nip to Shadowlands, get a Doja for tomorrow. Yeah, see, I don't even need a stream key with Streamlabs OBS because Streamlabs OBS, the software itself, is logged in to Twitch from this machine. So I don't know how to fix the problem. I googled the exact same error, and it seems there's a lot of other people have had the same problem. And I'm like, oh, I wish I'd just left it well alone. It worked. You know, it's weird. I've no idea why it's decided to do that. I don't know. It's not Google trying to log into Twitch. It's Twitch trying to log into the Google, and I'm saying yes, allow, and then it's just not doing it. It's saying, well, we tried, but there's no YouTube account associated with this. It's just bizarre. Morphers, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. I haven't done any social mediaing. That's a point. I should social media. So people know we're here. Let's do Discord. Discord's done. Kill you. And we'll go and do Bookface and such. Has a notification. Okay. Wish Facebook would just stop fannying about with the way they've got the layout set up. It's like everything was where I kind of needed it to be, and then they update something without saying a word. And all of a sudden it's completely balked. So I can't really fix the link whilst I'm streaming, I don't think, because I think what I'm going to have to do is log out of Twitch or something like that, or, I don't know, log back in, make sure everything's correct. There we go. We've social media'd. We will continue on. Are you playing at all tonight, Sabik, or are you just observing this evening? Oh, looks like I'm just behind somebody. Not allowed to loot these remains. Just watching tonight. Yeah, I was thinking of maybe getting Dio on the go. Get that one done. A Dio run would get me 217. I'm pretty sure the reward hand in would be enough. I know how much you love Dio. Or not, as the case may be. I've been thinking I might do away with the Monday stream. I was looking at numbers, and it always seems Monday seems to be the day the least amount of people want to watch. I don't know if it's just the Monday blues or something like that, you know? First day back at work. Oh no, I can't handle that guy just now. You know, or something like that. There's somebody else looking for a Doja. Soto Mohoney, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. How the devil are you? Yeah, people just pass out after work on a Monday. I think it is, you know. I think Tuesday would be a better day. Because it sort of feels like a 4-day weekend for me. But working 4 days. You know, because I'm on Friday, I'm on Saturday, I'm on Sunday, and then I'm on again on Monday. I mean, I would probably log in and play anyway. You know what I mean? So I may as well share it with a few people as well, but I'm just wondering, is Monday really worth it? I should have to do a poll. I'll wait until a few more people arrive. Or maybe do the poll on a Saturday when there's a lot more people watching. We've not had any official word on Halloween beginning or ending or anything. Oh, bit of lag there. Just as yet. Kathia, welcome to the stream. Let's have a look. Bridgeling Keehan has resubscribed for 2 months. Thank you very much. Resubscribed with Twitch Prime. Thank you for the resub. And welcome to the stream. I can see your hi all there. Yeah, so I'm not 100% Monday's a good idea. Maybe move it. I think the weekends are a good one. It seems the most popular time is over the weekends. I'm just thinking, you know, doing a stream and then, you know, people are like, oh, I missed that one, but hey, Doja for tomorrow. But then people being like, you know, no, just Netflix and chill, but literally Netflix and chill, you know, not Netflix and chill. You know what I mean? Because Monday can be like that, can't it? So no one else wants to do Dio. Fair enough. I'm going to talk to the Essence Hunter. Yes, I am. Aiding our struggle? That I have. We will do what we can do to stop the unredeemed. With the Nano can. Pretty confident. Yay, cave. Goodbye. Should be fairly brainless, just doing a regular solo mission. He said. And that time I tried to do a mission and died. Could be one of those as well. Yeah, deer would be good, but if nobody else fancies it, then I don't know. What's LFT looking like? Let's have a look. Nobody else is LFT for Dio. I like the thumbnail in your latest video. I shared it. I shared you the thumbnail a little early. And if you haven't seen it on the YouTube, give me 1 second. Image. Add source. New source. Add. Oh, such a palaver. Yeah, this is the thumbnail. There you go. I just got it dead on with Savick going, look, I'm tiny now. Big strong Savick with tiny little cry to the right. Yeah, sure, that's not you. I've got a that must be my condemned bulwark then. Can I have it back, please? Yeah. it was also kind of showing, hey, look, you know, kind of thing. Look at me, I am a big, you know, do you know what I mean? So, as far as, you know, the toon is concerned, so the toon is sort of saying, hey, look, I'm here with a Bok and everything, being a big. The toon is no longer a lowbie. Let's have a look. We should be able to blast through this. I'm going to put my... I don't think I've even got an XP ring with me. You know what, doesn't matter. We're not going to get much from the mobs, I don't think. Put damage HUD in, and Valiant Challenger to Behemoth, 3,125 AR. So yeah, over the odds already. Check all the chests, because you never know. Treasure. Little nano coil. 100 bullets. I remember finding 100 bullets in a chest back in the old days. Smelly Weaver. And being like, yes, I'd found 100 bullets. Going back to the very old days sort of thing, you know? Like, oh cool, I have just saved a ton of money because I don't have to buy bullets now. It is the locked. Let's see, I don't know how much breaking and entering I've got. Not enough, and I'm not putting IP in it. As long as I can open doors in missions, that'll do. But it was like that. If you go back on quite a few videos and watch the new server, you know, 2019 server, day one, we end up in a mission, we're going, no, loot everything. Leave nothing behind. That was pretty fun. White opal. It's nice when you find a nano and then you're thinking, oh, I wonder if this is rare. And usually it's like, nope. Some gems are good if you cut them. The almudines and red barrels. Oh. Fastleaf County has subscribed. They subscribed for 10 months. Currently on an 8-month streak. Thank you very much for the resub, Fastleaf. We got here Obscurating Dagger. They were quite good weapons compared to most of the Rubicar trash. You know, the early weapons we actually had at the time. Oh. Named mobs. Like Fortuitous Abad Fez Van. Mobs like this have a chance to drop lighter sides and unknown, you know, shadow breed pieces. They did for me when I came, oh god, quite a while ago. Those are used to make ability rings. Ah, right. So you make quite high quality ability rings, can you? With some of those. That's quite interesting. I've not got into that level of trade skilling with my my Engi, although I'm pretty sure you could probably do it. The other thing I wanted to try eventually is getting a soft shape armor thing from Because he sells at you for 1 million, doesn't he? What do they cost to get anyway? Years since I've looked at anything like that, but didn't they used to be ridiculously expensive and rare? It's kind of worth if you want the soft shape thing. It's a yes drop because people sell them, but I was thinking, yeah, you probably did, do the whole teleport trick. Take 1 million credits back to a REIT and just go buy it from the NPC and then leave a REIT with it. Or just leave them in a REIT. And then anytime you want one, go back. I would have thought someone would have done that, sold a few for quite a lot, and then eventually the price would have slowly come down. This mission is a big... Okay, don't want to pull more death just yet. I think what I'll do is I'll go round the corner this side. Want to trade real knickers stockings? Get some weird ones in this game, let's face it. Yeah, you got both of them. Yeah, as soon as you get to the point where you can take these dudes out, which reminds me, research. I've got some Lobby ones to catch up on them. Hard Labour 3. Probably cap that, just at 10%. Or close to. You have to find a group of people that wish to do Dio. Trying to think, I've done all the quests in Inferno now, haven't I? Apart from killing Zark and Razor, those two dudes at the end, haven't done those yet. I was thinking the, like ability rings that you get. Usually via quests and such. But +5 with no level requirement on it. Quite useful for little Lobby twinks and such, I'm thinking. Hang on, what was that? That was a sealed container of foodstuffs. Yeah. Looks like an old HP printer. Clock's running. Ah, now they are. Weird how it's... Yeah, the Rubicar mission music is in Inferno missions. It's not until you do, like... I think if you do the new Inferno ones, you get the new music, I think. Or killing anything outdoors in Inferno, you get the new music. Oh yeah, I'm hitting for melee damage. There's some buffs, isn't there, that... Wraith Bringer... That's additional taunt. Don't Enforcers get a damage... type modifier? Am I misremembering that? Let's just check AOItems a second. Let's have a look. Got it. Element of impact. Oh! Quality 220. That gives you melee AC. That's in... Oh, where's that one? I know where that one is. That's in the OFAB store. Element of poison. Poison AC would be good. $213. Override to poison damage. Yeah, that's... Or is chemical... Which one is it that's better in Shadowlands? Chemical AC or poison AC? Chemical is good against hecklers. Where do we get element of poison then? Shopping by profession. Let's just see if it's in there. Energy is good against aliens. Yeah, I should get these, shouldn't I? Make this toon a bit better. Ah, here we go. Pande Garden. Okay. We're going shopping. I've just decided. Where's the way out? I think it dis. No, that's more death. Finding your way back out now. No, that's where we just got to. The mission has got a proper... It's updating correctly, so... More death is on this side. We haven't been that way. Okay. The hell do I get out of this mission? Can't be unless this is one of those... Ah, yeah, there you go. It's because the main floor plan doesn't update. But seeing as we're so close, let's nip to Pande Garden. Running through a mountain, nothing to see here. Plenty of people hanging around there. Mihalik, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Right, Pandemonium Garden. Go and have a look in the vendor down there. Good to have you along for the stream. I'm just gooning around really at the moment, not getting up to much of anything. Right, let's have a look. Element. Empowered. Element of Malice, that's a 10k taunt. We've got improved version. Element of Poison. That was one of them, wasn't it? Yeah, that's one of them. What does the shopping say? It says the element of are all in Pandemonium Garden except for ice, which is a lower one. And radiation for aliens. Element of Malice. Yeah. So that's improved element of Malice, so there's no point in getting both of those. Okay. Take your nanos. Level must be 218. I got one of them. Poison. That'll do. See if that's any better. Shelby Info, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Right, so now we've got flamey green. I've got green elbows. It's stopped. Does it not last very long? No, it's still there, look. It just says add poison. It doesn't mention that it actually changes your damage to poison. Right, hang on then. So we're going to go back. Going to go back into that mission and see if we can splat things a little quicker. I'm liking this. Oh, you just didn't. You bloody did as well. Ooh. I just right-clicked the chest armour off, trying to lock it. I am an umpty. Oh, God. Right. Here we go again. Stella, you wouldn't happen to be a... That is what is called a shibism. Yeah. Oh, shine a light. Yeah. Basically, exactly, yeah. Could I do it without reperking, I wonder? I don't think I could. Where are we? 8, 6... No, I've got a perk. God damn it. I've just literally blown 40 million. Right. Enhanced DNA. The other thing I could get started on as well tonight would be Arid Rift. Could get some of that done. But I was thinking maybe doing that on Wednesday and doing Nirect Var on... When would I do Nirect Var? Friday, probably. Another 50 to go. Secondary genome. Yeah, that'll do it. Or maybe it won't. How much do I... Can I put those what's-it gloves on yet? Ah, no, because they're alien armour. That would make life simpler. Hey, Sway KP Wigwam. Tiny bit more comp lit though. Right. Put the Bok on. And now 1003, there you go. What should I wear though? The Bok or Inf Forcer armour proper, which is that one. Going iPande with Hodor. I finished reworking my Enforcer. Need 2 items and it's done. A mark and a sub belt. Nice. Oh, Fab, if your Bok is not awakened. Okay. But I like the Bok. It looks cool. Alright. I was about to say, before I unequipped it like a numpty, I do like this chest piece on Enforcer. And then I broke it all like an idiot. Right, 20 million. I gave someone 1 million credits in game once, and they were new to the game, and they were like, oh my god, I'm set for life. I was going, dude, you're not. You're really, really not. That's just a get you started, thing. Right, two-hand blunt. God. Couldn't leave well enough alone. You're 20% of the way towards a Yalm, yeah. I didn't want to ruin it for them. Former troll, yeah. So what have you reworked your Enforcer as, Mihalik? Is it a Dreadlock Inf now or something? Two-hand blunt. Have you got yourself a doohickey? Have you got the support beam? Was one-hand blunt. A Medi-blade, yeah. That was always an interesting one. It made more sense when the perk lines didn't lock each other out. You could do a lot more damage that way. I think Funcom spotted that and went, no, you're not meant to be able to do that. and then made them lock each other out. Heavy infantry. 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 Yeah. I still have 6 perk points. What have I missed? What have I forgotten? Not colossal health. Oh, brawler I had. That was it. The add damage. Yeah, one-hand blunt is kind of weird using dock weapons on an Enforcer. Oh, shots fired. Right, so back to Shadowlands. Mind you know what we could do? I could join... is Hodor already left? Have they gone already? Monday... Yeah, 15... Yeah, they've gone, haven't they? Do they just do... Yeah, they only do iPande, so I've missed it. I was just thinking, oh, I could get the... what's it daily, couldn't I? Have they not set off yet? They just... Oh, right, hang on then. Change of plan, everyone. Gonna get the beast daily. I'm going to go do Pande quick. Learn to spell the bloody word or type the word. That's a quick daily in one way. I keep forgetting that Hodor do cool stuff on Mondays. I completely forgot about it. Right, quick change of plan. We're going to grab the Beast Daily and go join. That should get us leveled, I think. The Beast. Goodbye. 2 minutes, okay. And once again, though, my little things have broken. Why you do this? Oh, no, don't touch it. I just spotted that the raid leader is forming people into teams. If you move someone at the same time the raid leader does, you crash and you're done. See if we can get this done before the beacon runs out. It's harder to do when there's no one actively in that slot. It's more important if you're on a dock. Must be in the Raid 2 team. Right, hang on. We've got a Caprice. Choker. Where's the Choker? Choker and Fazima. No? Fazima's jumped. Ugh, this is all broken. Right, beacon and run. Yeah, the way that drags across and works is definitely needs a little work, I would say. Cut red tape. Thank you very much, Chris Jen, buffing me as I'm running. Ponker. I can't help half reading that as plonka. Ask Alondis what that means. Plonker is when you derp, basically. If someone derps a lot, they're a plonker. You know, like carrying 4 pints back from the bar to the table and you drop most of them. It's like, oh, you plonker. You know, it's when someone derps, basically. You call them a plonker. Or someone says something stupid, you'd say in response, you'd go, It's not just physical clumsiness. It's also when people make silly decisions or say something stupid like, "Oh well, I think blah blah blah," and you go, "Oh, don't be a plonker," you know. It's sort of a fairly polite way of calling someone a bit of an idiot, but in a friendly kind of way, if you know what I mean. Out of range. There's Christian. Right, Funcom, I do not want to drop the ring. Thank you. It did it properly. I'm assuming Christian. So you can't target people from inside this window, but once you drag them over here, you can. So just to accurately heal somebody, you kind of want that window open. Right, I think I've got everybody on there now. Yeah, it's weird that you can't click people from inside that window. You've physically got to drag them over to do it. It's just annoying as hell. And then the game sometimes forgets that you did this previously and just... without any kind of rhyme or reason to it. That's one of the new Nanos, so let's make a bit of room here. That's the two... oh, that's not going to work. That will. That's the 200, that's the 300. That's the 300, that's the 200, right. Pop that in there, and the other one is the element of radiation, which I'd already got. Yay, blowing money. I named my crat after a character from The Expanse. Oh, Christian, yeah. Of course, I didn't even make the connection. Mind you, I've not been watching The Expanse so much. First season's brilliant. The second season's like, it's into full swing, full on Expanse story. I was debating ASA yesterday on Discord. He said, "Oh, I've been to see Dune. It needs more exposition. It doesn't explain anything." I'm like, well, it's Dune. The Dune is the explanation of the universe you now find yourself in. That's what the first book is. No, it isn't. What? And he said, well, only 0.01% of people going to see the film will have read the books. And I'm going, I'll bet you it's higher than that. Probably more like bloody 50 to 80% will be people. Otherwise, why go see an unknown movie like that? A science fiction movie at that. If you're a science fiction fan, you've probably heard or read Dune. So, I don't know. My point was, I don't like movies that force exposition or do exposition in such a way it's like they're insulting your intelligence when they do it. Like, hold my hand. Okay, we're going to explain. This is a baddie. This is the good guy. You know, it's just let them be those characters, and the audience can figure that out from them for themselves. You know. Most of the characters in Dune are quite layered and nuanced anyway. It's not like absolute this or that. Except in the minds of some of the characters. I'm in the Z team. I'm in Team 5. My hair's definitely getting too long. What's the name of the detective from the first, sort of like, yeah, the first season? Because they sort of play him as though he's, well, he's kind of like the main character almost in the first season. Kind of his story arc almost. But at the same time introducing the world or the universe of The Expanse. It doesn't explain it at you. Miller, that's it. He's really good in that. But like, they explain The Expanse in the title credits. And the first 3 episodes, you kind of get what's going on. Mankind has expanded into space. We're going into other planets within the solar system, and you know, and they're becoming factional and whatnot within that. You know, so you know, we go into space, we conquer it, etc., and we're all fighting over resources again. Like, no change there. Technologically, we've moved on. However, yeah, we're just as bad as we ever were. Little dark on stream, maybe. Easy to fix from in-game, though. There we go, everybody. A little more illumination. Humans still a cancer in the end. Cancer's kind of the wrong analogy. More like a virus. I think they explained it better in the character, what's he called? Can't think. In the first Matrix movie, the dude with the glasses and the earpiece explains it to Morpheus. Is it Agent Smith? Yeah, it's something like that. He explains it best there. I mean, I get most people use the analogy because they're going, humans are bad, McKay. The first catastrophe on Earth that destroyed all the previous life, the first one was oxygen-breathing bacteria. So they would, you know, digest stuff and release oxygen, which was toxic to the previous millennia of bacteria. It destroyed all of it. Wiped it out. It's all there in fossil records and such. Not really humans are a virus. Most living things will... Yeah, have you ever watched how wolves change rivers? It's called a trophic cascade. Let me get the link for you. It's a bit sort of sensationalized, the video, but it's... where are we? Don't play it. Right.
All done.
When I hit pause on an advert, I mean pause the pigging advert. Don't carry on playing it. There you go. And now I'm doing a bit of Bilbo Baggins running after everybody for doing that. Pay attention to the raid, Mr. Carlos. Yeah, we're one of the few species that has the mental capacity to say, wait a minute, you know, we shouldn't really be doing this. Ultimately, it will be bad for us, and yet we still do it. I've moved team, and I'm no longer on display. Oh God! I'm glad I'm not on dock, because I'd be panicking because I couldn't be able to see and heal people. As soon as mankind's gone, nature will just recover very quickly. 250 years, the Earth would be completely unrecognisable without us. They did a project on it based on, you know, abandoned cities and towns and stuff. It's fascinating stuff. You know, if we survived, but you know, went right, we're all emigrating to the Andromeda galaxy or something like that, you know. What would happen on Earth if we just left everything exactly as it is? It's quite surprising, actually. Well, we think we're unique in that. We also thought we were unique as being tool users, but we're not. The higher primates do it a lot. Birds even do it. But mostly we do it. But also, higher primates plan and operate as a team, but they actually plan. There's a curious case of a... I can't remember if it's a gorilla or an orangutan. Didn't like visitors jeering and making noise at them, you know, while they're kept in captivity. So he would place stones near the fence and hide them from the keepers. And then when the people came, he would go to the spot he'd left them and throw them at everybody as they came along, making lots of noise. Daft thing is, money is just a construct. It doesn't actually exist. It only exists because we base it on things. We used to base it on gold and stuff like that, but... the depowering chemical infrastructure. Yeah, there'd be areas that were only home to bacteria. But for the most part, the Earth just carries on and ignores us. Look at Chernobyl. There you go. A nuclear power station that blew itself apart, basically. Someone put a dome of concrete over it, which would have happened eventually. It'd have all collapsed in on itself. It's now a wildlife reserve. all the animals came back without the humans being there, and they've just adapted to those levels of radiation. Which went down a lot faster than anybody thought as well. Rad stags by now. Yeah, there's documentaries about what Chernobyl's like now. Even YouTubers go to Chernobyl. You know, they've got a rad counter for how long they've been there and all that. They are taking a risk going. But what the studies there have shown is, like, you know, nature's just gone, yeah, let's just carry on. Yeah, so this is exactly what Savik's saying. So the negative effect of the animals contracting cancer and dying from it doesn't matter because humans are much worse. The population itself just carries on until they reckon in a few more generations they're basically the only surviving animals there are just unaffected by it. They're not immune to the radiation, they still absorb the radiation. You know, physics is physics, but the propensity for developing a terminal cancer from it becomes lower and lower and lower. And nature doesn't care if you're immune to it or not, as long as you're immune for long enough to pass on your genes. That's how it works. Trouble is, the genie's out the bottle, but you know, we're adding 30 million people a year, even in the most deprived and war-torn or what have you countries in the world. And there's, you know, something like nearly 4 billion people live on less than $2 a day, hand to mouth, you know, with no medical care, nothing. Yeah, no, they did a program, and there are centres that would become uninhabitable to most big forms of life, but lots of plants just doesn't affect them. And whatnot, so you'd have very low animal populations. Things that live and breed very quickly are fine, and all that. But yeah, the chemicals would be a problem for a while. But you've got to remember, there's bacteria living in the cooling towers of bloody nuclear reactors. Extremophiles live everywhere. So as far as nature's concerned, you see, we've got a very human-centric view of life. You know, if it's not a mammal, you know, there's no life there. But, you know, if insects and bacteria and such survive, as far as nature's concerned, it's a win. You know, if you anthropomorphize nature itself, the force, the driving mechanism. Oh God, I hate running that bit of wall. That sort of mechanism, you know, doesn't care either way. As long as life prevails in some capacity, it's fine with it. The forests as well would absorb a great deal of it as well. All the airborne, because the forest all of Europe would reforest, which is what it began as. Life finds a way. Well, life does. There's never been a truer thing ever said. Life does find a way. I still got my chemical boost on. Yeah, so whichever way you cut it up, nature will just claw it all back. Because nature never stops doing what it's doing. Most inhospitable places on Earth, you know, there's life there. Well, most of Europe would be a forest again in 250 years is literally what the the experts that be calculate would happen. I mean, you look at a house that no one's lived in for a year or something like that, and look how far it goes if no one maintains it. How quickly the plants get into the building, start ripping it apart. You know, if somewhere like, let's say, I mean, I've seen examples of this in my short lifespan, where a building has looked pristine and everything else, and then that business is gone, no one's taken it over, and in the space of 2-3 years, the state of disrepair and, you know, how much has been taken out of the building and all the rest of it is staggering. Plants get into abandoned houses and literally they just collapse into the ground. They're just a pile of rubble after 50 years or something. It's staggering how quickly nature takes things apart when no one interferes with it. Except Antarctica. Well, the surface of Antarctica, but not the... There's tons of stuff teeming with life beneath the ice sheet. They can handle the pressure and temperature with basically built-in antifreeze. Yeah, they drill down to the lakes that still exist under the ice sheet. You know, 1.6 kilometres of ice. There's the old rivers and whatnot, and lakes are down there, teeming with life that's never seen daylight. It's nuts. I mean, maybe not, you know, actual fish and such, but, you know, tons of stuff that's alive and quite happy down there. The surface of Antarctica, the bit we could survive on, you know, albeit with technology, you know, warm clothes are technology. And so are domiciles that are heated and all the rest of it. So we can survive there with technology, but only just. But we couldn't survive at the pressures and that. Technology wouldn't do it. Not with, you know, 1.6 kilometres of ice on top of you. Yeah, there's cases of houses that are 100 years old but have been abandoned for 50 years and there's nearly nothing left of them, just from weather and plants and mould and everything else, you know. It's amazing how quickly it takes it down. Shell of change for 22 points. Nice. What colour does it come in? Any colour you like. It's a cool looking piece of tank armour, that though. I like the sort of blood red you can turn it. It's very cool. Based on your side. For clan it's always red. Oh, is that right? What colour do your neutrals get? Like yellow? White? I would guess white. I thought you could actually change the colour of it. Greenish yellow. Looks a bit wan. Just reminding myself. I'm going to get that reward later. Switch back to that one. Omni's get a purplish blue. Alright. I only just realised that I'm running on the on the new engine. I wondered why my frame rate wasn't so hot. There you go, 30 frames per second. Woohoo! We're going great guns this evening with our 13 frames a second. Oh, 15. It doesn't actually feel as low as that, even though it is. I should have checked before I set off, because now I want a pee and another drink. I'm thirsty and I want a wee. It's not good. Mihalik redeemed hydrate for 100. My glass is virtually empty. Cold tea. I don't know how people drink it. 3 in a row. There's nothing left in the glass, so I'll have to get those after we've finished. You feel the core of your being shift as the source makes room for a divine presence. Harim has reached enlightenment. Congrats. Please don't demonetize me for saying that word. Kill all the things, yay! Yes, 3 in a row. Torturing me because I don't have a drink here. So I cannot go and do drink because I do not have a drink. American patriot and fan of iced tea. I drink it by the gallon. I take offense. Dissing cold tea. Well, it's Chinese, actually. Neither American nor British. The old tea road ran from China to India, and when Britain invaded India and tried to take it over, they picked up drinking tea with milk and sugar. So enjoy your cold. I mean, China is where it originated as a drink. Add lemon and ice, or just drink Earl Grey when it's hot. I always laugh when I see stuff labelled as herbal tea. Well, what do you think tea is? It's a herb. Herbal. No, tea is meant to be hot with milk. I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. Hot herbal infusion cool down with ice in it. Don't do what I saw one bloody idiot on TikTok. I think it originated and it got shared on Twitter. And this woman makes this huge glass jug. I'm really hoping it was Pyrex with scalding water and tea, and immediately puts it in the fridge. What's worse, it's a fridge freezer. I was like, oh my god, you moron. Number one, you never put something that hot directly into glass unless it's the right kind of glass. Number two, you never put something that hot inside a fridge directly. Salmonella in 3, 2, 1, and a broken fridge while you're at it, you know. Yeah, if it was a combo fridge freezer as well, so it would have literally pretty much defrosted all the food by about 10 degrees that was frozen, opening it up, halving its freeze, its shelf life in the frozen section. It's just so stupid. But she had fun defrosting that after the fact. If it even worked after the fact. Yeah, well, the original Chinese tea, they didn't put milk or anything like that in it. They just, they made tea and off you go. Feet and don't pull. Right. Instruction is feet going to feet. I have tried iced tea. To me, it just tasted like you forgot the milk and it's gone cold. Wasn't a fan, I'm afraid. You can't persuade me to like something I don't like. Served on ice. Yeah, this woman just put it straight in her fridge freezer and I was like, you donkey. Or, as I was saying earlier in the stream, you plonker. I wouldn't trust any of the meats from your freezer section next week. I just really wouldn't. It was a big old jug as well, like probably half-gallon jug or something, That's a big mass of scalding water for the fridge to try and deal with. Probably more latent heat in that one jug than the entire contents of the fridge over 3 days. Yeah, it's bonkers. It's just somebody that buys appliances and has no idea, they're like most people. They're living in the what's termed the technology trap. You're surrounded by technology, you have no idea how it works. James Burke's connection starts with a good explanation of it's like it's a thought experiment. It's a what if. What if all the power and everything else on the planet just shut off. That's it. It's stopped. It's never coming back. And you're in a lift in a big tower block building. And he starts from that start point and gets all the way to an abandoned farm. When he gets there, he goes, "Okay, well, you could maybe survive here, but do you know how to rear animals? Do you know how to breed animals, animal husbandry? Do you know how to butcher them and kill them? Are you prepared to even do that? And can you defend it against people that would take the farm from you? You know, so it's a thought experiment, but it's the whole thing of we think we're so above nature and self-sufficient, but the truth is, without all the technology cushioning us from the reality of nature and survival, we're basically most people are completely screwed, you know. Mud shovels, same thing happens at work and automation. Bosses want to just push a button, but if the button breaks, they need people who know how to fix it. Well, exactly, yeah. I know how a fridge works, basically. I know how an oven works. I know how a combustion engine works. You know, you've got to have some basic understanding of how the technology you rely on for your survival. You should understand how to do something with it. And if you don't, well, oh dear. It's, yeah. Yeah, James Burke's connection. So he was the sort of British spokesman during the Apollo launches and the eventual lunar landing. And he made a series, or a couple of series, called James Burke's Connections, and they start off with technology and why it's important to understand it. And that's the first thing, is we're living in a technology trap, or most people are living in a technology trap. And then it moves on to how the things we take for granted today, how they came to be, and they trace it all back to like two different guys on opposite sides of the planet working on something completely different from each other, and how one person sees the potential of combining those two technologies, or yada yada. And the whole series is absolutely fascinating. Well, I personally find it very fascinating. For Frodo. Yeah, in the US government, projections on mortality under major nuclear war project that most people would die due to infrastructure collapse. Yeah, that's it. We just wouldn't know how to survive. For all our, arrogance in everything we have around us, we don't actually, most of us just accept that it works, and we're quite happy to just do that. They think this is why so many people... so many remains were found in Pompeii, because one of the first technological civilization was the Great Roman Empire. There was ones before it, but they're like quite a notable one, and there's lots of history about them, so we know a lot about them. And they think a lot of what happened there at the time was they knew the volcano was going to go, but the people that lived there couldn't conceive of leaving behind their they couldn't conceive of getting out of their comfort zone and surviving any other way, so they just stayed and hoped for the best. And that's why they're there, a lot of them, until the very final moments when they realise, oh god, pyroclastic flow, there's something terrible coming down from the mountain, it's ripping trees up and there's nothing behind it, try and hide, and unfortunately all die pretty horrible but hopefully brief death, So yeah, no running water and basic infections from cuts and dirty water. This is it, yeah. This is the technology trap. Time to start brushing up on your Ray Mears and the other guy. Learn your bushcraft, folks. Learn your bushcraft. Update from clicking the portal. That's how you do it. Right, now I am going to get that pee and some liquid. Oh, what are they bidding on? Oh, shoulders. Can we get there? Yay! Yay! Yes! Dun dun dun! I has spikies. Wise Guy FSB, welcome to the stream. Keeper Yumi Himi is in the house. Welcome to the stream. Well, that was worth showing up for. I got a daily and I got some very cool looking shoulder pads. I think Savic's here somewhere. Good thing I dragged you in. Yeah, got shoulder pads and a daily done. Yay! Right, we had a mission, didn't we? We were doing. This is how the stream began, with the mission. So. Now I'm looking like an enforcer. Oh, yeah. Oh, don't have enough NCU. I'm guessing my NCU buff ran out. Horde. Nice, but can do without. Can I cast it? No. What else have I got? Oh, that'll soon run out. Right, we did have a mission we were doing. I've no idea what % through it we all were, or what have you. Leave! I didn't think I'd win that. I thought that would have gone for more, but okay. Right, so we were doing a little solo medium mission in Inferno. I was wanting to do Dio, but kind of glad that we didn't now. I got 893 NCU. Even though I've got all this stuff. Dear me. Right, I can't remember where we were up to roughly in that mission. We'd found the Mordeath dude. Then I don't know. We'll figure it out. About 3 times the capacity than my XP, my MA. Yeah, I'm looking a bit MA at the moment because I've switched to chem damage. I've forgotten that enforcers could do that, actually. I like my chem damage in Shadowlands against most mobs. Right, where the hell were we up to? We've lost the whole floor layout. We went north. I think this is all cleared. This side. HP, I meant. Killing Hex on a Gimp dock at the minute. 50,000, yeah. Enforcer, though, isn't it? Enforcers have silly amounts of HP. Mongo's cracking and all that. Okay, I think I kind of remember the layout we had now. More Death is in here, but there's a thing just behind him. Yep, there we go. Yay, I am a big. Yeah, so we were having an interesting conversation about the technology trap and how... I mean, you can get yourself out of the technology trap if you read up on how things work. I mean, you can probably find out just Googling things on YouTube, you know, and just... The information's probably all there now. I don't know if you can still watch... There used to be a YouTube channel that was all of James Burke's connections, but I think it got claimed by, you know, whatever. The BBC, or whomever owns the rights to it now. Yes, quick Google. Yeah, I mean, the show started in 1978, and I remember watching it then. Yeah, there's 40 episodes of it, and it's worth watching every single one. They're absolutely fascinating stuff. Can you stream them or something? Oh, can you get them on Netflix? His connection's on Netflix. Probably not, I've never noticed it. Where can I stream it? Apparently Netflix. I'm 100% serious. Download and read US Army manuals. They have literally a manual for everything you could possibly imagine. Yep. True. Most of the army do. Most forces do. There are armies in this world, though, that have access to armament and technology they don't understand, though. Yeah, literally all of them are freely available down... Yeah, you can educate yourself. It's like Frank Zappa said, you know, if you want to get laid, go to college. If you want an education, go to a library. But something like James Burke's connections will... I think for most people, if you sit through a couple of them, they will spark that part of your imagination where you go, yeah, why does that do that? How does that do that? And when you start asking questions like that, then you really, you know, develop a genuine want and need to understand the world that you find yourself in, instead of just accepting that it all works, you know, verbatim, and having no idea how to do anything if it goes wrong. I mean, the amount of people that drive cars that can't even change out a flat tyre is staggering. Most the amount of emergency call-outs are to people that don't know how to, don't know what to do when they run out of petrol, don't have a spare jerry can, you know. It's not even that esoteric, but stuff like how to set up a tent, how to get plumbing, how to do plumbing, how to feed children ages 0 to 3. Yeah, the basics. Oh, people yeah, I see people that drive every day and I think there is no way on earth if you took a test right now you'd pass it. In fact, I know people who've admitted to me they've never passed their driving test. They got their friend to take it for... This is before photo ID driving licenses. You know, that they've learned how to operate the vehicle, but they've never learned to drive properly on the road, and they just got their friend to take their driving test for them so they could, you know, save a few quid on insurance or something like that, you know. It's nuts. Some of the best ones that you see in modern times is, I think the show's like 15 years old now, but there was a police camera stop and it was kind of sensationalised. A lot of it was the high-speed chases, but a lot of the more mundane stops were more terrifying. Like there was a guy driving quite a big van and the steering wheel arm had broken and he was driving it with a pair of mole grips on the steering column. I mean, in an absolute emergency, yeah, that can work, but if you need to manoeuvre they slip off on a motorway, and they pulled him over and he's doing 60 mile an hour down a freeway motorway, you know. If he needed to swerve out the way, he just couldn't do it. Or if the thing came off, there's nothing he could do, the car would just bang. My car got hit parked on the street. They hit your wing mirror. That's a favourite. When I had a big 4x4 truck, I put push bars on it instead of footsteps. So you stepped up on the push bars, but the push bars were bolted with 6 bolts thicker than your thumb into the chassis because it had a real rolling chassis. And the push bars are like for doing some really extreme off-road where you're in the mud and the only thing to your right is an incline like that and a rock, and of course the push bars just let you skid over it. They're also great when people hit your vehicle when it's parked because they're about the right height and just stove in the whole side of the car while the upper part of the car is completely shiny and untouched. You'd come out and look at your bars and go, I think someone caught that. It's done diddly squat to the thing. Project Calm. It's like they might drop off the US Army into a disaster unit, into a disaster area, any part of the world where someone might go, how does plumbing work in XXX country? And they have a country-coded manual for it. Oh, right, yeah, I can imagine, yeah. And they have a country-coded manual for it. I used to use some of them when I was fixing circuit breakers in my Spanish home during the early going. I couldn't get an electrician to come out any reasonable time. YouTube videos, US Army manual, EU standard electrical systems. Well, on domestic, you're still on single phase, aren't you, once it's into the main box? I don't know. See, this is it. I don't know. It might be different in Spain. What are they on in Spain? 110 or 240? 220? No idea. The smaller the land area is, typically the higher the mains at the wall, because it doesn't have to go as far on pylons. That's why you get 110 in the States, is because it's got so much further to go on the pylons. It would never get there if you tried to do 240 at the wall socket. Your guys' production cars are usually better than the American. I don't know, I've never really driven that many American. Do you know who really makes great cars now? Japan. Toyotas are like nearly indestructible and easy to fix. Like you can virtually completely dismantle a Toyota if you've got a 10mm spanner. It's comical. Need a new wing? 10mm spanner. Need to disassemble half of the engine? 10mm spanner. Yeah, you still need a torque wrench. I mean, it rebuilds stuff, but, you know, it's pretty impressive. Yeah, there's a few American cars in the UK, but not many. And, of course, they're not the true ones because they've been converted to drive on the other side of the road. So, the European cars are designed with the steering wheel over on the left of the car. So when they're made for the UK market, a lot of the wiring is terrible, and they suffer from lots of electrical faults because the wiring loom that would have come up the left side directly to the driver's console is tagged on with a bunch of extensions to the right side where the console actually is. So you've got these 2 extra points of failure introduced to the wiring system. That's why a lot of them fail. Whereas Japanese cars, the loom comes up on the right-hand side where the driving seat is. Yeah, some of the road safety standards are really quite... I mean, have you seen some of the cars in Russian dash cam footage? It's like... What do you mean, road safety? Road is dangerous. There's a guy driving along with an entire rear axle broken off, and he's got a skid board. If you don't know what a skid board is, imagine the wheels from a shopping trolley bolted to some really strong, like plywood or, you know, similar with a frame. There's about that thick. You could shift a pallet on it, something, you know. If you're just moving things along slowly, they're really useful but very dangerous. And he's just got that on the back of the car, roped on to where the wheel would be, and he's chunnering down the motorway at like 40, 50 mile an hour. You're like, wait, what? Yeah, Russian dashcam footage is best dashcam footage for the oh my god factor. 230 on 50 hertz, yeah, because the mains pylons don't have to carry as far. The outlets themselves split down into 220. I had an old box where the section breakers were wired up horribly. Had to redo. Yeah, I could rewire a house with what I know. I'd be constantly double checking myself but I've got tools to meter stuff as well, so I could check that, you know, earth returns and things are correct and whatnot. Craziest wiring I've seen in buildings and in streets is photographs I've seen from India, from people I know who are electricians who went out to do jobs in India and Thailand and places like that, and they come back and they have you seen this picture? And it just looks like the middle of the street is just a complete rat's nest on the top of a pole, and I mean a rat's nest of random wires going off in all directions. It's like everybody just turns up, taps into whatever's there and just carries on. You know, end of story. There's no meetings of works and like one body, you know, called in to oversee that you're connecting to the right thing or not. And it's just people going, oh, I need electric in my apartment, and just, oh, there's pos, there's neg, and they just, you know, wire around it in a pair of marigold washing gloves and tape over it with that horrible PVC tape. Call it done. And when it breaks down, they just come out, retape it up and put tar on it. Yeah, Thailand's famous for it. Yeah, there's no regulation, you see, so... It was even more dangerous when people were using gas lighting and stuff. But someone had a job. You know, that used to be a person's job to go around, light all those lamps, and another person's job to go down, walk around, turning them all off. I work in the production plant for the Chevy Equinox, and build quality compared to Mexico plants is a huge difference. I don't know. Which is better? Is Mexico more easygoing, or are they tighter quality controls? I have no idea how it works over there. 100% chance. Let's go and find more death. I think I know where I left him. He said. I probably don't, you know. Yeah, they get paid less. That's the... Yeah. That's usually the big thing. Is why are they making it there? Well, because they'll work for cheap. Yeah, exactly. You want your iPhone to only cost X, Y, Z? Well, Chinese sweatshop then. Hello, Mr. Mordeth. Yeah, no union and not much in the way of benefits. Yeah. Yeah, I know someone that works for, I don't know if it's Air America or whatever. He works at the airline thing on luggage, and the rate of pay they get for working in certain conditions and over the odds on time and stuff like that, pretty amazing. It's more than they get here. They in the 70s and 80s, the then government did their absolute utmost to get rid of unions and unionisation. They couldn't completely get rid of it, but they, you know, dissolved a lot of them and, you know, made certain things illegal, and because it was turning into the unions running the country. So you can't have two control systems in the same place, is the way they saw it. And still, we're not there yet. Dio would have done it, though. Dio would have done it. Our max wage is $31 an hour for production. $1 raise a year. Well, on hours, that's not so bad. Like, nobody's had a pay rise in Britain in years. In fact, in real terms, wages have gone down because they're lower. The wage increase is lower than inflation. You know, so the cost of living keeps going up and up, and your wages don't. Effectively, you just end up in poverty. You know. It's less than half that in the UK. Less than half of that. $15 an hour is managers and, you know, people like that, contract workers and stuff. Oh, what, a loaf of bread's like $4? Yeah, a loaf of bread here is in dollars, $2. Roughly. What's the exchange rate currently? Dollars to GPD. Yeah, so it's not that far off at the moment. $1 is worth 73 pence, or, you know, milk is almost $6 a gallon. Milk here, we buy 4 pints, but our gallons are different from yours, aren't they? So we can get 3 litres of milk, because metric is universal. That's one good thing about it. So over here, 4 pints is 2.5 litres. So 2.5 litres of milk, like a big, any bigger and it's just going to buckle in the plastic container of milk, is about, in the supermarket, is about £1.20, which is 88 cents for 2.5 litres of milk. Yeah, but US gallons aren't the same, are they? Yeah, well, I live in Wales, so milk is There's cows everywhere, folks, and they're dairy cows as well. I buy milk in litres. We're in Oklahoma. Yeah, it varies state to state in America as well. Because America's a federation of states as well as a country. It's, you know, whereas Britain is 3 countries, and then there's states within each country which are called county boroughs, and the whole system is nuts. It really is. Yeah, American gallons and UK gallons are different, or European gallons. US gallon to UK gallon. Let's have a look. What's the conversion? Yeah, our gallons are smaller than yours. Wages, salary and purchasing power are different things. Yeah, of course. Yeah, because, I mean, unlike the rest of the world, America doesn't have national health care. It's the best way to do it. It's also the most effective way of doing it as well. It means poor people don't have to die so often, or remortgage their house to stop their children dying, or you know what I mean? It's like, I mean, it would have made Breaking Bad a really crap show. I'm afraid you have cancer, you know, and it'd have been, but that's okay. We've booked you in for a course of, you know, radiotherapy. Then we're going to be doing blah 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 blah. Oh, and you get sick pay if you're off work. Although sick pay is not great, but at least you get it. They'd never have made any meth. Show, end of 1 episode show, you know. Points at map. I live in this city, that is in this country, that is in this state. Yeah, it is nuts the way it's all broken into bits. Right, so an imperial gallon is smaller than a US gallon. It's close, but ours are ridiculously 0.832674 imperial gallons to every US gallon. So US gallon to litres. So you have 3.7 litres. We're paying £1.30 a litre, roughly, per gallon. So yeah, you're paying nearly twice what we do for fuel. And it's heavily taxed in the UK as well. Yeah, I mean, before we had like 75, 80 years ago, 145 a litre. Yeah, that's more or less what you pay here. It's a little cheaper where I live, and that's mainly because of where it is. And the other thing that happens a lot here is, I don't know how this works in America, but, you know, you've got land. Do you have land fuel and highway fuel? You know, so the farmer that wants to fill his tractor and get to work feeding people can use it's basically the exact same fuel, but they colour it over here. They give it a red dye. And obviously it's massively cheaper because there's no duty on it. But it will work fine in a road car. But if you get caught with it, you get a huge fine and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, it goes red. It's called farm fuel. Yeah, we locally they call it Cherryade, because it looks like Cherryade in a glass. If you put it in a glass, it looks like Cherryade. But the amount of vehicles on the road that are running on Cherryade is just like comically bad. So that they know if they make it too expensive here, that people will just start running on Cherryade. Also, cooking oil works in most common rail diesel engines, as long as it's not the middle of winter on 100% mix of cooking oil. I mean, you can tell if a car is running on cooking oil. It stinks like it smells like the back of a fast food restaurant, you know. It's like, yep. Yeah, land diesel has way less, you know, because they use it for running generators at events and things like that. But because of where we are, we're farmland and coastal land, so we've got fishing ships going out, and we've also got farmers as well. So they have marine fuel, which again has a different duty on it. The amount of people that, you know, fill the car and then fill up 3 big cans of marine fuel and put them in the boot while they're towing a boat, and it's like, well, it's for the boat. When we take the boat out, it's for when we take the boat out, and actually they're running the car on it. We have a native reservation with no tax on gas here, yeah. How does it work then with the reservation? Is it like a country within a country? It's its own state with its own laws and such? Never quite figured out how that actually works in practice. I mean, I've seen stuff in movies, but I don't know what that actually looks like in real life, you know? Marinas where I live. Yeah, well, this is market forces for you. So if you're running the marina, how many of those are like working fishing ships and such? You know, ships that just go out and trawl fish or whatever you. I'll bet most of the boats in the marina are pleasure cruisers and whatnot. Yeah? Now, people that can afford to run a boat like that usually have a fair bit of money. So the people selling the fuel have figured out, well, wait a minute, you paid what, $250,000 for that, you know, that cruiser you've got in the harbour there? Well, you can pay this much for your bloody fuel then. Do you know what I mean? And even if it's not the marina doing it, you know that the local, you know, whatever level of local government is in charge of that, has gone, well, if they can afford that boat, they can pay this much duty on their fuel. We'll have a piece of that pie as well. You know. Yay, huge alien scuttler. Gas storage at a marina costs more than at a gas station, yeah. This is how market forces work though, isn't it? They will, you know, you ask anyone in sales and they go, well, what's it worth? And it's worth whatever the market will stand as far as they're concerned. So if they think, yeah, the market can stand to pay this for it, we'll charge this much for it. Whether it's worth that much, that's another thing. Regional autonomy of devolved power, federal rules and laws still apply. Yeah, there's still a law that applies to the whole country, yeah. Mostly just an excuse for various state and federal governments to avoid spending money on infrastructure. Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's like Wales has its own government. It's called the Senedd. And they make laws for Wales. But if you commit murder in England, you're still going to go to jail. You know, or whatever. They were talking, you know, during all the lockdowns and stuff when England was letting people out, you know, and Wales wasn't. People were or Wales said, okay, you know, we've got far, far lower population density. We can now let you, you know, go out to pubs, but you've got to eat outside. And this is in the middle of the summer, so people were agreeable to it. You know, like, well, it's better than nothing, you know, kind of deal. And people were driving from England so they could go out for a pint and a meal in Wales. And I saw this. I was walking along the promenade here, and the amount of tourists I could see, and you can always spot them, because they're not dressed like locals at this during the winter. Nowhere near. You know, locals here, they dress for the weather. Yeah. If it's liable to be raining sideways, they're out in, you know, sturdy shoes, waterproof jacket. Even if it's fairly mild, you know, they've got some sort of waterproof with them. even if they're carrying it, you know. Whereas, you know, the people walking around with a nightclub, like dressed like they're going out to a nightclub, with skimpy little jacket on and a pair of very light sort of sandals or something, you're like, yeah, okay, you ain't local. There's no way you live around here dressed like that. You know, if you see someone you know locally like dressed up like that, you go, oh, you're off out. It's always amazing how you know how similar and yet dissimilar places are. In Spain, you used to be able to murder someone and then enlist for the Legion, and police wouldn't get you. Really? Is this the whole he's gone off to join the Foreign Legion thing? And I picked up that thing dotted me. How very dare you dot me? Got one of those really confusing mission layouts at the moment. Watch me get completely lost. I'm not even sure this mission will be enough to ding 217 either. Giving Mihalik his hydrate's worth there. ASMR gargling. Yeah, you couldn't do that in the UK. If you murder someone, you murder someone. If you join the army, you aren't that interested in murderers. Which kind of, you would think maybe they would be, but no. That's literally a myth from pulp fiction novels. You could only join the Legion in France or the French colonies, so you'd first have to make it to France or a French colony, but that's like pre-50s. I don't know. Yes, why did you move to Spain, Mihalik? Did you run off to join the Foreign Legion? Who did you murder? There is a Legion in Spain as well, not the French one. Right, okay. I can well believe it. I think Mihalik actually lives in Spain. So... oh, you'd be a yeah. A conscript, basically. So rather than a prison, you're in the army, yeah. I can see that working. Right, you're going to the... you like killing, do you? Right, you can go to the front line and do it for your country then. You know. You can kind of see maybe a bit of a logic to it, but... rather than them paying for you to rot in a cell, you know. Right. You can go and make yourself useful. Yeah, there's army cops there as well. Yeah, we're into Jack Reacher now. Military police. What's that great line he does in the movie? He goes, what's it like being an MP? And he's like, it's like your job, except everyone I go after is a trained killer. That's a great line. I'm wondering if we will get enough of the XP that we will ding. Where are we at? 37%. Maybe. Might just make it. Not sure. I was seriously thinking of leaving 2 points in AI so I could just swap into XP armour for doing this sort of stuff. You know, I can whittle away my research, etc. Because that's it now. There's no more alien events till after the Halloween sort of celebration thing is finished. And as far as we know, the celebration thing is going to be starting sometime in this week. It might be the week after, actually, but I'm not sure it is. Oh, here we go. The Spanish Legion is different. It was created to be deployed in the Spanish colonies. It was one of the few full-time professional units. First recruited only foreigners and with Spanish officers, and then started recruiting Spaniards too. Never read anything about taking criminals. Oh, I wouldn't know. I don't know. I don't live there. Hopefully soon. I want my social. These things debuff me. It did. Not anymore. You shall die. Lasting ultimatum for the win. Yeah, feels slower than Keeper when you're soloing. But then again, I was pretty well geared when I was still doing research in missions on the Keeper, so... Well, there you go. I'm getting references and all sorts now. Ashtray Terrors. I thought that was maybe a typo, but I wasn't sure. Ashtray Terros. I am a nerd. Yes. You know what still makes me laugh when you see... oh, what the hell? It was part of Conan O'Brien's thing. I used to have this ridiculous dog puppet with a cigar doing little bits, and they did one once when they'd released the second of the prequels or something. And all the fans are outside, and some of them are you know, costume Triumph the Wonder Dog, that's it. And he's talking to the people outside. I don't know if he said, look, I'm going to be really rude, really insulting, but it's just for fun, okay, guys? And then, because they seem to be too accepting of it, you know, for it to be 100%, but it just feels like it is. And, oh God, it's funny. The comments he makes about them, it just reminded me then when you went, I am a nerd. Like he was saying, I am the so-and-so of the galaxy, and he went, you are a massive nerd. Like a robot voice. And it's like, even the guy's laughing, and all his mates stood behind him are just in bits laughing. Triumph the Insult Comic Dog. Yeah, it's really, really funny. It's like, you get the feeling, though, that the people he's insulting kind of know that's the joke. The joke is, you know... Because in American humour, it is sort of... Rather than telling gags, it's sort of a... like, insults and sniping as a gag. You know, which is a thing. It's a thing. So he's very funny in that regard, and when you feel like the audience kind of know it's coming, and, you know, it makes it funnier, because you're like, yeah, they knew he was going to be like this, you know. And it's just when you typed, I am a nerd, I just heard his voice going, you are a nerd. They find the one female fan at the Star Wars cinema queue, and he says, "Well, pretty good odds, pretty good ratio here, isn't it?" And the girl sort of smirks, and he goes, "You know, a ratio, you veritable pick of the litter." And she sort of literally goes, "Yeah, kind of." She goes, "Yeah, there's a whole swathe of men here with no idea how to please you." And she's just in bulk laughing, you know. She's probably there with her husband or something, you know what I mean? It is really good. And then a Lord of the Rings fan turns up. There's this African-American guy, you know, long, lanky fella, in a green wizard's outfit, eating a McDonald's. And he's trying to do, you know, British wizard accent or something. And he's going, "Do you know, you're very..." And he goes, "Oh, I see, and that's what all the big wizards eat, is their fillet of fish." And the guy just cracks. He can't, you know, he can't stay in character. It's just really, really funny. I'm going to Google it for you guys, because you should see this when you need cheering up once or twice, you know. What was he called? Triumph the Insult Comic Dog. Star Wars, that's got to be it. Yeah, that's the one. If you're wondering, there you go. It's just got so many brilliant one-liners in it. And the impression you get from, you know, the Star Wars fans that are outside is they're just kind of like, "Yeah, you know, it's all right. We know you've come here to be rude and mean, and it's entertaining. So, you know, we're stood in a queue in pretty crap weather, so who cares, you know?" But it is still one of the funniest things I've ever seen. I think the thing that got me with it, the first time I ever saw it, was... God, when was that released? I forget now, but... Yeah, I think we'd been out for the night, so we'd had a meal, I'd had a few beers, I came home, had some beer in the fridge, I thought, I'll just have one more beer. And I sat down at the computer, and a friend of mine sent me the link. Said, "You got to watch this." And I was like, "What is it?" Okay. And I watched it, and I was crying with laughter watching it. I watched it like 3 times in a row, because I was so busy laughing in certain points, I was sure I'd missed like half a dozen jokes, and I had. I was just laughing too hard. I mean, he's really, really bloody mean to them. But it's like, you get the impression when you go back and watch it now, all these years later, and you kind of like, yeah, they knew. They maybe knew who he was and just thought it was great. He was there to insult them. Alright, and we got any more in the spaghetti room of doom? I can see a dot in the middle there. Where are you? You've disappeared. Were you a ghost? No, I think it's clear. The spaghetti is clear. Oh, that's handy. Layers and Challenger. There you go. So that's your homework for tonight, folks. Watch James Burke's Connections and Triumph the Insult Dog. You know, you can have a bit of balance. 78%. We're missing mobs somewhere. Like, nobody's talking in chat now because you're all watching Triumph The insult comic dog. 81%. Okay, more death is in that room. Is there anything just beyond him? I can outrun him in the spaghetti room if he aggroes. No, nothing in here. Right, we're missing mobs somewhere. Where you at, mobs? They're not in this room, so let's run back. Where haven't we been? Where have we missed? Where are the secret mobs? Where are they hiding? They've gone somewhere. Aha! I missed some before coming into the spaghetti room. Now, with any luck, these mobs plus the mission kill XP should put me damned close, and if it doesn't, I'm going killing Eccles. Because I think it's going to be like, you can't even see the line at the end of the bar. Been a very productive evening so far, though. And everybody lag now. Please say 99% or 100% after I kill this guy I'm watching. %. Where the hell are these other mobs? This was a really confusing layout mission, I think. I can't see any. I'm sort of looking at the whole map generally as I move around it. See if anything comes into the field of view. There's nothing, is there? That's the entrance down here, I think. Yep, it is. There's nothing in there anymore. Ah, here we go. Big zonker of a corridor. Yep, there's a mob down here. Please be more mobs, otherwise we may not get the mission reward. That would be bad. And while I'm in here, I can swap these back. No percentage update. Ah, there's a couple more. Then we've got to find our way back to more death and kill him again. And I think we'll be nearly done then, with any luck. Right. 96%. We're almost there. I like this perk. Oof. No, 49. I haven't got the same HP that I did have. Highway, max health 2000, huddle death 200. Nice. Oh, I should have been using that, but hey. Okay, it didn't jump up on percentage, but I'm pretty sure there ain't nothing else left in this mission now. Yeah, there's no other door anything could be behind, so gonna have to chance it. I'm going the right way for the... No. Where's the spaghetti? There's the spaghetti room up ahead. I'm guessing more death reset. You usually will when you do a runner from him through a spaghetti room. And Pet Pathin just kind of goes, yeah, nah, and gives up. Yeah, reset. Okay, fingers crossed. Come on, give me the ding. We want the dingage. We want the dingage now. No, that big more death. Come on. Oh, I got the reward, but... It's like pulling teeth at the moment. I'm not going to pull another mission. Take too long. One more daily would do it. Okay. Bit of lag. Just go over here and try killing some hecklers. Come on, give me big HP. Give me big XP as well. Can we close that gap? Just on mob XP, I wonder. No freelancer zinc, hand in. You don't have the malice beam yet, do you? No. That's something else to go get. That's going to be raiding the subway again for weeks. Probably on the keeper or something. 2,400. Oh, subway time soon. Yep. Gotta go and catch them all. It's like I'm halfway tempted to put all the XP armour on while I kill these. Just to boost it higher. You could do it tomorrow. Yeah, I don't have a scheduled stream for tomorrow. But it's possible. Oh, is it Bank Holiday that? Oh. Bank Holiday Tuesday. Different. Hispanic Columbus Day. All right. No, we don't have any of those in the UK. I think all our bank holidays are done and dusted here. Got none of those to look forward to anyway. Holiday in Spain, bunch of South American countries and parts of the US. Right. I can't even tell if that bar's moved. Is the only thing. Players and more challenger. Do with his Atara spawn. Run down and get that done quick. You even get... I don't think you get any mission XP for tower tag anymore, do you? Or maybe even a miner's daily might work. It used to get a daily reward for doing miners. In XP. And tower tag. And then Janelle got rid of it. Thanks. No, it's barely moving. Could be here for hours killing those, trying to get further. Like the old days. I don't know. Let's go back to Rubicar. I thought it was a little bright. There we go. Yeah, there's no quests or anything that I haven't already done at this point, so... Just double check I haven't forgotten any. From the handler, from the agency. Just dust it off. Sat there for now. When did Tara last spawn? Does anybody know? I'm curious. I'm going to run down and just see if Tara's there. I doubt it, but I'm sure I saw Tara is no longer immortal at some point earlier on this evening. Is there a bot that checks Tara? Anybody know? I don't want to pull the mission if it's not up. What? Well, somebody sat down there. They could have been sat there a long time. Oh yeah, nice. Just what we want. A bit of lag in here. I don't think Tara's up. Nope. There's no Tara. Maybe go for tower tag. I've not done that for a very long time. I'm waiting for somebody's agent on the stream to suddenly pop out and pew pew. Oops, you're dead. Would not surprise me. Yeah, let's grab tower tag just for the lols. Not like there's a shortage of Omni bases anymore, is there? The only downside of that mission is some of the things it asks you to tag don't always show up at bases, so sometimes you've got to go to 2 or 3 bases just to find it. We'll give it a go, why not? Used to be Kink's agent Cortez, yeah. He was mad keen on PvP with that thing. He was the first agent I ever saw that used a rifle and a piercing weapon. Or something. Was it piercing? Yeah, so he could just throw every single special at somebody with a massive crit buff running. It's pretty funny. There's some easy stuff for me to take care of. Notum sites. There you go. See if we can go find one. Oh, it'll be so hard to find one. Probably in Avalon. Right, let's have a look. Yeah, north. There's one there. Oh god. Yeah, I forgot it can sometimes do that. Oh, when they were stacking orbital strike, yeah. Because everyone can take down a quality 300 base in 20 seconds. This is it. I saw something on the official forums where they were talking about, you know, doing away with or having some kind of a treaty about boxes and stuff, and I was like, be good if you do. Might make PvP worth doing again. The hell's it gone? It has lost the base. It's over there by spirals, isn't it? 2 of them. Reclaim the lands. Massive cannon turret is usually at least one of them somewhere. The hell am I? There's hope. Yeah, it was weird. That Kink's reasoning behind that, I remember at the time when he revealed he was Cortez to Storm. And Storm went, you know, like, you've been ganking us all and blah, blah. And he said, well, you know, I've played this game that long now. I wanted to play the other side. See if I was missing anything. And, yeah. That was his logic. Why should he miss out, kind of thing, you know? At some point or other, Storm has had these 2 bases here like a dozen times, I think. I did try Omni. I don't like the music in Omni Cities or Omni Cities themselves, but I only played through, so I don't know. It might be different. Paid. Fire. Can't even remember what they look like. It's been that long. These are all going to be the same, aren't they? Or are they? What have they done? How can you have a sentient corrosive that close to another one? That's odd. I mean, you could get away with it if you place them both at exactly the same time. You can place a tower on top of a tower if you do it, if you get it timed right. I remember people doing stuff like that. Not a massive cannon turret anywhere. Oh, fair enough. Try the other side. I haven't seen a SAM battery anywhere either. You're fire sprouting down there. Want to go down here? Yay, massive cannon turret. I can't see a SAM battery anywhere. Probably have to find one at a different base somewhere. SAM battery, and then I think the rest were already there. Yeah, the only one you have to tag that's Omni is the final one. You can tag these in a clan base. So as long as there's one clan control tower to tag, you're kind of set, really. Gonna have a look in PW. Yeah, we'll just head east. Well, this is it when it goes that way and there's no one actually there to support it. There's nothing else they can do but place towers, you know. Place the control tower and leave it. I've seen that a lot. Go check PW1. This is about as much fun as doing diners in the evenings. Passes the time. That's about it. Has we got a SAM battery anywhere in here? No, it's a conductor farm. With no turrets, dear me. About 1/3 the XP, but faster. Yeah, maybe. I just haven't done this for a while. I thought it might be interesting to do it again. That's the base structure. Oh, here we go with turrets. I was going to say, some of the outliers are like, what the hell are your turrets? All lined out in 3s and in 4s and 4s. Conductor farm. Yeah, no SAM battery round here. Well, go check the itty bitty ones. I doubt they've got one at the tiny base. I'm not sure if it's the smallest base, but certainly one of them. There's like a really, really small one in EFP as well, not far from the Mercs. But it's like somebody's lawn. You know, it's a tiny little square. Yeah, Storm's had this one as well. I actually managed to plant quite a nice little base on one of these. Well, it was because we had the time to put the control tower down in the right spot instead of like hastily getting it down, you know. Nope, no SAM battery there for you. Probably would have been quicker to do Dio when I started the stream. That would have got us the ding, because you get a lot of XP for Dio. And research, and then you get less at 220 than you do below 220. It's weird. Looking on here. I don't think I'm seeing it. Nah. I think we've had every spot at one time or another, you know. Not. Go try 6. I bet you there's like, is that neutral base still near 20k? Lobby one. Had some fun in here with my NT. These dudes, June Incubus, coming in here like level 80-ish. Getting huge swarms of these dudes everywhere. You're not going to attack the towers because they're much too high. And then occasionally you're running around here and it's at 5%, suddenly like... Oops. No, nothing here. Be looking for nomads here soon enough, I think. PW, exactly what it says on the tin. Nothing here. Sand and pine trees that look like they're dead. For the most part, that's about it. One control tower. A 130. All on its lonesome. How big is the... Yeah, it's not a big playfield anyway. But even so, it looks a bit lonely there, doesn't it? This next one going to be the same. Yep. 12 maybe? Oh, 12 looks a little more hopeful. All this just to go tab, 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 tab. Kind of nuts, really. But I was like, okay, I'm bored of doing missions now. Yay, look at all the fun times here for someone who knows how to kite. And this is kind of sparse as well, isn't it? This has either been attacked or nobody really cared when they started putting towers down. It's just like, yeah, whatever. I think it looks more like they kind of built it, you know, as you would. And then the remaining area was like, yeah, whatever. At one time, Storm had so many actives in Guild, and even with maximum bases, we had to keep a spreadsheet of who had what tower where. Off for my final call with the New York office. Good night, y'all. Good night, Mahalik. Thanks for coming along. Always a pleasure to see you. See if we can't get something tomorrow. Well, I think maybe, yeah. I think maybe we could. Like, SAM batteries are not popular these days, are they? Oh well, we'll try 8. You never know. I can't even remember what SAM batteries did. Yeah, I used to like know what each tower would be giving you, you know, without even looking. Started a reasonable time to have Savik around for it. Yeah. Time zones are a thing. I started a little later than normal tonight, about an hour too late for Savik, I think. Like 6:30 my time is like, she's like, no, I'm not starting anything now. Go try 10, that's a big area. And also one of those areas where you get the guys. Yeah, we'd probably have to start early-ish, like 5:30 or something like that, you know? My time. Oh, yeah, 7. 7's not very big, though. Nah. How full is... Oh, God, what a massive waste. Look at all that. It's like a couple of towers at one end. Never mind. In the old days, if you saw a base like that, it was like... Oh, my God, they've been, you know... It's like seeing someone's messy room and you go, oh, my God, you've been burgled. It's like, no, it's always like this. All this landmass, just nothing on it. Maybe the guild themselves just don't have that many people available to place. Sam battery, yay! Thought I saw it. Me, Sam battery. Guardian ransacking. Learning. Corruption. Corruption. Sure the other ones will be there. Deviation, what are you? Life. Don't talk to me about life. I'll have to go back to another one. Well, we've got the sand battery now. Most of the others were better populated. Let's head north to number 3. What zone are you in? PW. What's 3 looking like before I get there? Yeah, it's a little busy. Yeah, I think all I want from the Halloween event is a bit of fun stuff for social, and then shoulder pads, quality 300s. You don't need them, but they are handy. Especially a pair of them. And just open up a few more possibilities for how you're going to get something on, you know? There's one of you a ransacking. Transfer. Yay! Ransacking. Fire sprouting turret. And finally, control tower Omni. Where is the control tower here? Ah. Yay! No, not too bad. Still got time left on that. Anyway, let's go hand in and see if that is enough. Uh-oh. Just got aggroed. We're grey and it's still aggroed. You absorbed. Should be alright. Yeah. Oh my god, with the lag. Run, run, runny, run, run. It might be enough XP. I don't know. Dig the toons, everyone. I completed my task. No, it's not enough. Ah, damn it. All that time and effort for very little. Never mind. Best music in the game. Yay! Awesome music. Yeah, I've done all the Inferno quests and such as well, so there's no just do a few stages and this, that and the other. Which is unfortunate. But there we go. I'll just have to leave it there and ding tomorrow, I think. Right, let's have a quick look. Is anybody streaming Anarchy online other than myself? Anybody? Thank you, Twitch. I know I am. No, Twitch. Anarchy Arcade is not Anarchy Online. Go away. All right. Anyone I know streaming? No. Jay probably is. He usually is. Yes, Jay is streaming. We go raid Jay. Why not? I like to end on a raid. He's probably not going to be on much longer anyway. But he's been very, very funny of late. We go raid Mr. Che. Yeah, Che's very good. He's a better streamer than me, really. He's like a proper, you know. Go on, all aboard the Skylark.
Yeah, the big green thing is, yeah.
Yeah.
What's this?
Yeah, he is quite a funny chap. Right, is that everyone that wants to go? Okie dokie, we'll go do that then. And I will say, see you on Wednesday, possibly tomorrow. Hit me up on Discord. Mihalik, oh, he's already gone, hasn't he? I'll talk to him tomorrow and see whether we do an extra stream or not. So, thank you all, and I will, if not, I will see you Wednesday, so bye for now.
Thank you for that. Thank you, Anonymous.